Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a special 11-11-11 reading. I pulled out all of my 11-11 and 11 and 33 cards out of all the decks. So any decks that had numbers on them, I pulled out the 11s and 33s. So this is going to be a nice manifest your new year type of reading. So not only is today an 11-11-11, it's going to be the last one this year, and the next one is not going to be until 2027. So in 9 years is when the next 11-11. So it's time to really manifest how we want the next 9 years to go. Let's complete this cycle, and let's start this new cycle by manifesting our reality, what we want. So not only is it a 33, which is the master number of enlightenment, but it's also the 333rd day of the year. So there's lots of threes in there. And, we know threes are all about communication, creativity, and joy. So, this has been a challenge this year. People trying to master that 11 energy of intuition and, having trouble communicating or really honing their communication skills, because we are moving into a 3-year next year. So 2019 is going to be a 3-year, which is going to be all about communication and creativity. So how we're going to do this today is you're going to either pick any of your favorite numbers. You can pick your birthday number. You can pick your life path, your soul number, your destiny. You can pick as many numbers as you want. These are all going to be awesome messages to help guide you through the rest of the year into the new year. So today we're going to focus on manifesting, and what do we want to manifest coming up in 2019. So let's take today to really focus on manifesting. It's the 11 number of manifestation. And like I said, I pulled out all the 11s and 33 cards. So this is going to be a nice, fun reading. And this is how you're going to pick. So you're going to pick your favorite number, or you're going to pick the little gem that you like the most. So we've got a little Batman for number 1. We've got a couple of little crows for number 2. We've got a Merkaba crystal for number 3. We've got a teddy bear for number 4. We've got a pyramid crystal for number 5. We've got a clock set to 11:11 at number 6. We have a little ladybug for number 7. We have fool's gold pyrite and 11 cents for number 8. We've got the bismuth, I call that Stairway to Heaven crystal for number 9, which is almost like the rainbow stairway to heaven. We've got the goddess symbol, the goddess power, the goddess of abundance at number 10. And we've got the dice, rolling the dice at number 11, landing on 11. Okay, so take a moment to pick whichever resonates with you, and we will begin this reading. This is going to be a cohesive reading for everybody. So all the messages are going to be for everybody, but there's going to be the particular ones that you pick out for yourself. So this is a collective consciousness reading. Like I said, pick as many numbers as you like. Pick as many numbers as you're drawn to. And those will be your messages coming into finishing out this last 11-11 of 2018 for the next 9-year cycle. Okay? So here we go. Okay, so if you picked 1, here we go. And the song for you is Change by Tears for Fears. So, it's asking you to change a lot of things that no longer serve you, and you have magical protectors by your side in the form of spirit guides and your soul family. So, it's time to come into an era of peace, move into peace, work well with others. Okay, so a loyal guardian, magical protector is there for you. We'll start with that, and then we got Enter the Jade Temple. So, and it says, you will have with you energetically at this time a very protective guardian. There may be some new people or situations in your life that make you feel threatened, uncertain, and uncomfortable. This wariness has been noted, and this shapeshifter in the form of a large, devoted, and very powerful companion will be at your side, sniffing out danger, sounding an alarm at any threat, even ready to fight for you, should it come to that. If there has been bullying or behavior that has intimidated you, you have someone on your side who will not let you down and who will not let you face this alone. So you are never alone, you know? It's like when we begin to awaken, we're like a baby, right? We need protection. It's like a rebirth. We are very sensitive at this time. So we need someone, not necessarily to protect us, but just to be an ally on our side, because it is a scary aspect. But you got to be careful who you select to be your ally, because the ally could be the actual person that is, your enemy, in a sense, because a lot of people like to do the keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And that immediately is deception. So that relationship cannot move forward in a positive manner because it's already based on deception. So, and you have your spirit guides, and I'm seeing somebody that's passed on that is also your loyal guardian. So we will move on to enter the Jade Temple, which is number 11. And it says, this is talking about, and it goes kind of with the magical protector, because it talks about having resolution. If you're feeling bullied or anything like that, it talks about having resolution. So there are moments on the path where conflict arises and struggles emerge. These conflicts may be within us or appear to be an external relationship or situation. This can be part of the experience of life on the physical plane that actually helps us raise our vibration to find unity, yet still honor our individuality. There is a spiritual light within, a light of peace that can be brought to bear on any situation or struggle, an energy of peace that can transform even the deepest conflict through blessings of the divine goddess, priestess of the Jade Temple, Kuan Yin. Peace does not mean avoiding conflict or pretending that struggle does not exist. Peace is the light that flows when we are able to step above the illusions of separation, competition, and conflict to seek out the consciousness where we in fact are all in one divine love, and we're all serving the path of light in our own unique ways together. So it's like rowing a boat. There's a rowing team, and they're all rowing the boat together. They're all on their individual paths, but they're all coming together for the sake of getting to the finish line on that rowboat team, right? So it's all about unity and coming together in unison to work together. And this is, the aspect of having that loyal protector by your side, because you have a team with you, your soul family. And they are your magical protectors, because they're not necessarily protecting you, but they are empowering you to protect yourself. You see what I'm saying? So nobody can defend you or protect you. They can, but it's up to you to do that for yourself, because that's how you grow. So, this is asking you to avoid, competition and conflict. And if you pick the number 1, that's also number 1. It is a very competitive number. So this allows us to surrender to judgment, to release any need to prove ourselves or our worth to another. And, I have a feeling that you're constantly trying to prove to others just how amazing you are, or just how much you know, or just how enlightened you are. And this is saying you don't have to do that, because you already know what you are. And it only brings about conflict when we do that, because it's not authentic. It's not authentically who you are, having to constantly prove to others. So anytime there's inauthenticity, it brings about conflict. So it also brings about the opportunity to grow, acceptance and love others' path, and detachment, and to trust your journey. It takes a mature soul to call in peace, because it is not a way to avoid conflict. It is a way to use conflict as a spiritual tool through which to grow and become bigger than the conflict, to make allowance for each being to choose their own way to grow, and to call forth the spiritual genius of the divine that is able to provide solutions that can bring peace to all. So the divine goddess speaks to you now and says that your resolution is assured. Have faith. Be prepared to surrender your viewpoint and receive a new one that will serve you and bring you to the peace at the highest level of reality. It is no longer about right or wrong. It is now about stepping up into peace and resolution, more joy and more delight. You are so capable of this, and you will enjoy the wonder of the healing process as you surrender into the Jade Temple, the place of peace over which Kuan Yin presides as priestess and guide. She bestows healing blessing on your life situation now. And so this oracle is confirmation that if you have been struggling, a time of respite and peace is on its way to you, swiftly now. So, conflict. I'm seeing conflict. I'm seeing finally letting go of the conflict. I'm seeing coming together with your soul family to help you release that conflict. It's almost, I'm seeing, not necessarily, I'm seeing a group of people coming together to bully somebody else who is not present, is what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. So this is asking you to step away from that because it's lower vibrational. So we want to step into the peace. We want peace. We want to come together with others. We're so used to working together on our own. Now we're coming together with others. Okay? I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a little confusing for me, but maybe it makes sense to somebody out there. Okay. Number 1, done. Moving on to number 2. Okay. If you pick the little birdies. Buddha and Dioptice. Okay, awesome. This is a lot of heart healing here. I'm having a tough time today. This is intense energy today. So the song is All For You by Sister Hazel. Okay, so Buddha. I'm seeing Dioptice, which is healing heart, which is also about compassion, but mostly healing heart, healing breakups, healing grief, awakening your heart chakra. So Buddha, when you draw this card, Lord Gautama, who became the Buddha, is calling you to live in a state of peace, compassion, and enlightenment. You are ready to expand your consciousness to include all that is and to view the world from a higher perspective. You are asked to live in a total harmlessness with all things. This creates safety for you, for all creatures will love you and feel safe with you. Your guidance is to remember we are all one and to treat each other, each person, animal, and sentient being as if they are a beloved part of you. So I am one with everything and everyone. I am one with everyone and everything. So, interesting. So Buddha, is a master of enlightenment. Yeah, he is one of the many Buddhas who have reached that enlightened state. And it takes a lot of self-love, love of everybody, everything, and everyone. Honoring them. Okay, so Dioptice. Let's get to Dioptice here. And I have Dioptice right here. I'll put that right here. Okay, so, sometimes it's easily mistaken for emerald. But it does anchor the green healing ray deeper into the physicality. No mineral on earth can go as deeply into the heart energies physically to create healing as Dioptice. So, on this day, your heart will be healed. Wherever Dioptice goes, broken hearts are healed and carried into understanding. The presence of this crystal for you indicates some of the many lessons of love are ready to be embraced. Compassion, patience, non-judgment, listening, truthfulness, non-attachment, equality, and respect are all good starting points. Dioptice has come to hold the heart open. She indicates a new relationship of path of love. But remember, for new things to occur, one must be prepared to look forward, take action, and free attachments and expectations. Dioptice can also present when you have allowed others to cloud your judgment. So sit quietly alone and make your decisions. This crystal's presence tells you you have the answers. I highly recommend putting this crystal on your heart and listening, and it'll help you to tap into the high priestesses and priests of the 11th city of Shambhala, which are, Kuan Yin, Isis, Sananda, which is Jesus, Lady Tara, and Mother Mary. So Dioptice is a great stone for that, for tapping into that. Okay? Now, it's great for heart healing, opening the heart, attachments, letting go of attachments, oversensitivity, being oversensitive. And I know that 2s are very sensitive to the criticism of others. They take everything personally. And it's not about that. Everybody's on their own journey. So this helps you to let go of that oversensitivity to things. And it's also great for healing past life stuff as well. Okay, so that is Dioptice, Buddha, for number 2. Moving on to number 3, which 3, it's all about threes. We've got 3. All right. I hope it's I hope you can see it. It's almost like it's a little bit a little dark in here. Okay. So, dried flower fairy, which is sweet memories and angelic truth. So we will start with the dried flower fairy. Yes, dried flower fairy is number 11. So, here we go. You may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun and uplifting times in your life. The kind that have no great significance historically, but in... Oh wait, I need to do your guys' song. All Out of Love by Air Supply. Okay? So, back to Dry Flower Fairy. So, historically, but in the story that is your life, they are pivotal moments. It could be seen rainbow, a star shining bright, or a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realization that something you did made a large and meaningful difference to someone else's life. You have so many jewels. It's time to sift through the precious moments in memory, and by honoring these and feeling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweetest memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggle will be momentarily relieved, and that transcendent feeling of being one with all that is will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done. Now, I want to talk about its correlation with celestial quartz right after I finish this. So let me get to celestial quartz, and we'll talk about memories and truth, okay? So, celestial quartz has come to you today. You have reached a time in your life where you are ready truthfully to see where you place your personal power in the world. In the coming days, observe your actions and those of people around you. Remember, there should be a balance of incoming and outgoing energies where power is concerned. A lack of personal power usually results in one becoming a victim and losing love for self. An excess of personal power can become a corruption of the highest order, birthing an ego that can take the reins of life and may even believe that it is the spirit. Above all, know that celestial quartz is here to show you the truth. Okay? So, in the sense of it coming up with sweet memories, I'm seeing that sometimes, okay, so I'm seeing 2 different things. Let me just turn on some light around here because it's a little dark. Sorry guys, it's been a real gloomy day, so finding light source that isn't glaring is been a challenge. Okay, so I'm going to talk about memories, sweet memories, and angelic truth. So sometimes, our memories, we have to convert them. Does a memory make us a victim, or does it empower us? How we share a memory, does it empower us or does it victimize us? So we want to convert these stories from, and we always have to, sometimes memories can be skewed. So what is the truth behind that memory? Are you seeing it a certain way versus how somebody else is seeing it? So this is asking you to really be truthful about the stories that you share with others. Make sure that they're coming from a place of honesty, integrity, empowerment. You want to stay away from the victim mentality. We've all gone through things, so sometimes in telling stories, we victimize ourselves, but realizing that everybody's been through stuff, not just us. So this is asking you to really look inward when you share your truth. Is it really truth? And memories, share them. People want to hear these beautiful memories. People want to hear these stories. They're very inspiring, It's all about inspiration. So I'm seeing sharing the sweet memories is what we want to do. It not only helps us heal, but it helps you heal. So sharing your truth as well. And it really has to be your truth, not a delusion of the truth. That's the message I'm getting on this one. Okay, and All Out of Love by Air Supply. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, leaving for so long. So, yeah, however that song resonates with you. Moving on to number 4. It's teddy bear time. It's a teddy bear time. Da, 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 da. It's a teddy bear time. It's the teddy bear time. Obsidian, truthful self-reflection, and black mamba snake. Okay. I'm not sure why I keep pushing this over this way. There we go. And then we got little teddy bear time. Okay. What is your song? Cough Syrup by Young the Giant. Life's too short to even care at all. Whoa. So we're going to start with Black Mamba Snake. So if you picked 4, little teddy bear guy. And you know, teddy bears are cuddly and love, and you know, they're safe and warm. So it's interesting that you picked the little teddy bear. And this one is unconditional love. So Black Mamba Snake, death of old ways. Oh, interesting. So if you picked 4, not only is it self-reflection, but it's death of old ways. So snake is bringing you an opportunity to let go of old habits and beliefs that do not serve you anymore. What do you need to let go of to become who you were born to be? This card could be a signal that it is time to change what is not working. If you choose not to change this now, you may later experience more signs nudging you toward alignment. Life has always given you confirmation. No matter how they come to you, the universe guides you in the direction of your true self. Be sure to listen to the message. Snake cautions you to not step in the same river twice. Yes, self-reflection. Life is forward movement. Seize the opportunity to reclaim your innocence. So I'm also seeing the Kundalini awakening here. You know, everybody here that's here watching this video is having this Kundalini awakening energy. But the Black Mamba Snake is really shedding its skin. And for a lot of self-reflection. So obsidian, let me pull out some obsidian for this reading, is, you know, it's protecting ourselves. So let's see what obsidian has to say about things. So it is time to be truthful about self and your actions in the world. So very similar to number 3. So you might, if you picked 3, you might have picked 4 as well. If obsidian has come to you today, it's time to be truthful about self and your actions in the world. The presence of obsidian lets you know the time to take action is now here. There is something that you are unable or unwilling to see that is interfering in your life's progress. Consciously or unconsciously, this untruth has led you to a space of inaction. If such things are allowed to exist over time, they only lead to pain and suffering. If there is truth in the self, there will be love for the self. If there is love for the self, there will be harmony and balance in the self. Once this exists, peace will live in you and spill into your world in a blinding light of unconditional love. Obsidian is also often present. Obsidian also often presents as a Obsidian also often presents. It's the way they wrote this book. He's from like the Aborigines, so presents itself as a protective force when needed to deliver the truth behind illness. An exercise we may do to facilitate the purification of the shadow self, which will seem silly but is very effective, is to stand where you can see your shadow, and from the understanding that water is unconditional liquid light, wash it. This is not an exercise for the lounge room and most effective on the beach with a bucket of salt water, but the hose out the back will do just fine. Oh, I love that. So it talks about, you know, change, honesty, nurturing the self, you know, the void, transmutation. So, yeah, truthful self-reflection and death of old ways. So it's also about no longer being dishonest. It's almost like little white lies. Or the stories that we tell that are not very truthful. This is asking you to look into this, into inner self-reflection and release all those things. Release the things that no longer serve you, the addictions, the patterns. It's telling you to have some self-reflection. I know it's difficult for a lot of people to self-reflect, but this really is required to grow. It is really required to grow. What can we actually do to change things? Moderation. You know, we don't have to quit things cold turkey. We can do it in moderation. Slow it down until we get to where we want to be, till we have the scales balanced. Okay, moving on to number 5, little teddy bear. Peach calcite, harmonize and cast away your depths of feeling abandoned. Harmonize. Okay, interesting. So, peach calcite. Here we go. And this was the little pyramid, so we'll put the little pyramid right there as well. So, we've got Alice in a Sea of Tears, huh? And what I'm seeing there is, you know, the feeling of abandonment, feeling like you were left alone. You've been through a very emotional time and have finally released your need to hold on. And I'm seeing Cancer as well. So you have let go or have been let go of, and the emotional aftermath has been overwhelming. So I'm seeing a breakup or a death of a loved one, or a breakup of a friendship, feeling abandoned by your friends or family or something, feeling abandoned. You're about to see that your sadness can continue to create the rough waters that have thrown you about, and that you will finally make it to shore. Now the challenge is to move on from this, with wisdom in place, without repeating what has led to this manifestation. You can do it now, and by being more like the rat with his neat compartmental nature, and the crab with their hard outer shell for protection, you will come through this tough time. You are wiser now, less emotionally ready to be hurt, and far more capable of remaining yourself, even walking as you do in a harsh world. If you feel very alone, help is coming and will soon be with you. Although you may be feeling you have made a great mistake, given all this upheaval, in time you will know you have done exactly the right thing. Dry your tears. Help is here. Well done on making such an important change. So yes, I'm almost seeing you have had to let go of people that no longer served your higher purpose, that were no longer vibrating at your frequency. So let's see what Peach Calcite has to say. Whoa, I don't know where it went. Oops, here we go. So Peach Calcite, it's easy to let life be divided into little parts for easy management. Oh, look it, that's what this one was talking about, compartmentalizing things. But there comes a time to clean out that which no longer serves you or contributes to the whole. Peach Calcite's presence with you today lets you know it is time to unite all parts of self, release the past, and give thanks inward for the hard work that has resulted in your growth. Peach Calcite will shed light on those things, hidden in the separation but obvious in the united whole. All your questions at this time in life will only be solved if approached by a powerful, though unconditional and united path. Sit now and call back all of your energies and commit to self. Peach Calcite often appears if one's balance of power and love is unsettled. Have a look at your life and make sure love and power are balanced in expression and your activities have been undertaken for the right reasons. This is a sacred stone of Lord Maitreya, the planetary Christ, who called it into existence. He may be around you. Lord Maitreya, the Buddha. So the song, and look at it's 1:33 right now. It's Hunger Strike by Temple of the Dog. It's a great song if you look up the lyrics. And it's interesting. So it's about, you know, when we have relationships with people, it's almost it's like we give a part of ourselves to them. And, you know, at the end of the day, we've been hurt and beaten, and we feel like we are almost fragmented. All our pieces are everywhere. So when we're calling our pieces back together, we're calling back to the unity of our oneness and our self. We want all our pieces back that we gave away. We want to, it's almost like the Transformers, you know, when the Transformers separate, but then they come together, create the big Transformer. That's what this is asking you to do. You know, yes, you've let go of friendships. Yes, you've let go of family. Yes, you've lost people. And now it's time to be whole again. And now it's time to, you know, harmonize, find your soul tribe, come together, you know, cast out your doubt. It's time to think positive. Okay, moving on to number 6. Garnet and the Ark of the Covenant. Interesting. Okay, and that was the little watch. And the song for you guys is Jimmy Eat World, Sweetness. Okay, so we got the Ark of the Covenant, which is 11, which all of them are 11, 11 and 33. So, but you guys got 1111. Very cool. So, this card represents beneficial legal contracts or title transfers. It also can show successfully working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth, working toward greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contribution to the world. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within these phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there's no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work toward your highest purpose, to uphold a sacred covenant, and you have to touch the world with your light. So, and manifestation of purpose is the exact same meaning as garnet here. So garnet, this talks about, you know, courage, imaginative, you know, masculine energy, creativity, sexuality. The energy of this stone gives purpose to all things that has not come into your life to correct, turn around, or heal your current surrounds, but simply to deliver the purpose behind them. In life, you will undertake tasks. That at the time seem perfect. Then, as time progresses, we learn and realize they may not be for us and should be released. Garnet is letting you know there is a reason behind all your choices, and soon it will be known. However, no matter how tough the path, never surrender until you know why you begun the journey. For if you turn your back too early, there is great possibility you will just recreate the same picture with different paints. Garnet asks us to filter all that we will do through our hearts. It is there that the voice of truth echoes in the soul's halls of purpose and manifests our path in the world. Listen to your heart speak, for between the words is hidden the glory of the universe. Garnet especially applies to creativity, sexuality, relationships, work, diet, children, and other sacral-based activities. You're about to understand your life at a deeper level. Meditate and find space to see all that you are. The sweetness. Yeah, so, yeah. I really don't know what to say with that aside from it's 11:11 and it's a manifestation of purpose. So, you know, when they say 11:11 make a wish, this is it. And we have 11:11 on the clock. So a lot of 11:11, a lot of manifestation here for you, which is pretty cool. And, you know, it's about letting go of the fear and listening to your heart. You know, we have all this red here and just a little bit of green. So we want to bring in that heart energy. What we're passionate about is what will create our abundance, is what will bring us our abundance. So listen to your heart never lies, in unison with all your other energy centers. And yeah, okay, moving on to number 7. If you picked this little guy, okay, number 7. The moon, 3311, 3311. Beautiful. So, I'm going to read the moon first. And first, let's get to your song. Love Has Fallen on Me, Shaka Khan. So, feel free to look up the lyrics. Love Has Fallen on Me by Shaka Khan. It's a beautiful song. And this is telling me there's a lot of intuitive energy as well as gifts. So you're very spiritually gifted. The moon is the causal chakra of the universe and radiates divine feminine energy. Call on it to cleanse your aura and energize you. Remember, the influence of this celestial body is always there, whether you can see it or not. When you are offered this card, you are called on to practice your feminine qualities of love, wisdom, compassion, intuition, inclusiveness, discernment, and oneness. Your guidance is to go within and seek answers from your huge font of wisdom. The moon will bring you clarity so that you can flow with the current of ascension. And the affirmation is, I listen to my divine feminine wisdom. And I love that because Shaka Khan is the divine feminine. And that's the song, Love Has Fallen on Me. I highly suggest listening to that song. It's awesome. And let's see what... whoopsie daisy. What's going on here? Okay, so 33. Open your presence. Ever seen a time-lapse film of a flower blooming, its petals opening wide? That's your new role model. Visualize yourself opening your arms wide, embracing all the prosperity and abundance that's flowing your way. Receive, 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 and then pass it on. So yes, even as much as we receive, we must give as well. It's the balance of the universe. Give, take, give. Help each other grow, help each other live. So you have all these gifts, and you have been gifted abundance, and it's asking you to share that with those that are low in abundance at the moment and inspire them, you know. But 3311, the moon energy, which is very intuitive, you have all these intuitive gifts. Use it, help it. The 7 is the humanitarian. Use your gifts to help others. Use your intuition to help others. Use your abundance to help others. Use your heart and your love to help others. Love has fallen on me. Love it. Love is on the way, if it hasn't already there. Okay, moving on to number 8. 11 cents. The pyrite. 3311. Okay, so the owl. Oh, I love the owl. It's very wise. But let's see what your song is. Love is a Losing Game by Amy Winehouse. And the reason why I would say love is a losing game is because love is not a game. It's a losing game because it's the most powerful force in the universe and it always wins. So the game of love, there's no competition. Love always wins. So 33 is the inner shaman. So shaman lives with his heart in 2 places. One lives within and the other invisibly extends through the crown of his head, resting high above his auric field. This dual heart energy connects you and owl to your spirit world and ancestors of light. Shaman's heart blesses you today in accepting that you are your greatest healer. When owl comes calling, it is time to tap into you and trust your innate wisdom. Listen to the sound of a drum, rhythmically in tune with the beat of your own heart. Release the ego mind and become one with your true self. All of your answers live within you. Today is the day to embrace a nature walk. Let loose with a tribal dance, or perhaps seek out a fellow healer to share in the light work together. Yes, and we know owls are super wise and super intuitive. And Justice card to me is, we're seeing the balance. So the balance of mind, body, spirit, the inner shaman. But it's also receiving justice. That's always a card about contracts and stuff. So, the Earth Star chakra, spiritual grounding, and it says there will be a positive outcome. This time when past errors or imbalances can be readdressed, can benefit from a fair system, provided you are accountable, honest, and deserving. So yes, in order to be the shaman, you must be full of integrity. You must, in order to reach that enlightenment, 33, you must have integrity. So equally, you may be a judge in your own life, using your perspective and integrity to make good decisions that will safeguard your future. You may take a moral stand on an issue that affects you and those around you. In legal matters, a decision is made or a ruling given, which gives in your favor. Justice will be done and order restored. On a spiritual level, justice shows the working out of karma, or actions and consequences. Justice shows a logical, considered influence. It is a welcome arrival in your reading if life has felt chaotic. It's time. It is a card of empowerment, advising you to take a left brain approach to take control. Influential people favor you now, and your projects get support. Listen to advice from people around you whom you respect. So, so it's almost like balancing the scales of your left and right brain. When we have our left and right brain in unison together, that is called the marriage of the Holy Trinity, and that creates the enlightenment. When we are fully balanced left and right brain, that is when we reach the 0 point. And a lot of people think that they've reached 0 point, but they are almost there. You will know when you've reached 0 point because you feel an infinite, almost magical, like everything you do is magic. It's like being in heaven. It is an intense feeling, and you're not meant to be there forever. You tap into it and come on down. It's a very draining process. Sometimes coming back down from being up in that 0 point causes depression and sadness because we want to be there, but we are here on earth to experience the earth pleasures and the earth life, and the earth lessons. Okay, so moving on. So 9 is the little bismuth. 3, 3, 11 again. 10 sisters of light. 10 of them, guys. Not just 9. 10 sisters of light. And your song is Everything I Do, I Do It For You by Bryan Adams. So the 10 sisters of light. You are an advanced soul and have lived many incarnations, shown your light through many different faces. Your soul has learned many skills in past lives, developed abilities and talents. This lifetime is a culminating lifetime in a sense that your soul is drawing together potencies developed over many lifetimes into unified expression. It is like drawing on the power of 10 sisters or more into your one current lifetime. Be prepared to grow and shine, beloved. And Celestite is all about knowing. So it is tapping into your higher self, into the Akashic records, into all your past lifetimes, being able to tap into all your past lifetimes, all that stuff. The higher self likes to integrate the wisdom it has gleaned over many experiences and lifetimes so that nothing is lost and all is enhanced. You are in the process of spiritual weaving and integration at a soul level now. This means that skills and abilities that you hardly recognize consciously will become more obvious to you. You may find that you know things from different traditions that you have no recollection of ever learning. You may feel strangely drawn to start studying different healing arts or martial arts, for example, only to find that it is somehow familiar to your heart. Be patient, open, and trusting of this journey. It is an intense time of spiritual growth. So yes, this is whoever picked 9 here. If you are a life path 9, destiny, soul, or birthday 9, this is an awakening. Like you have either already awoken or you are woke already. So you are being asked to encourage the activation of past life abilities in your current lifetime by letting go of past pain and issues, even if you are not conscious fully of what they are. Through releasing pain with the breath out of the heart chakra and elsewhere in the body, in the energy field, you intuitively feel to do so. From the space created, the soul light will shine, so the light body will shine. And the incarnations of the past, it'll be almost like looking at things in a hologram. And you can tap into them just by pressing them with your, pointing at them. Oh, let's pull this down. Almost like you are tapping into the cloud of your soul, which is the Akashic records. So, this oracle is also guidance that in your life, at present, there's a past life pattern or contract strongly operating. This is neither good nor bad. It is helping you to grow either in a supportive way or in a way that is challenging you to become stronger. The past life contract may arise in the form of a teacher, relationship, or teaching. It may resolve itself by receiving the teaching or accepting a new relationship into your life, or even letting go of philosophy or teaching so that you may expand your awareness with a different teaching that helps you access the wisdom you need for your growth at this particular phase of your journey. This may be very different to you what you needed some years or even months ago, and that is fine. So it's almost like letting go of everything that we thought we knew to bring in new information. You know, this definitely goes along with prophecies. Prophecies are just repeating things that have already happened. So we want to get away from that and move into something new. Let's create something new that the universe has never seen before, that has not even been prophesized because it doesn't even exist yet. Okay? So it's up to you to trust your heart and discern what feels true for you. Remember, you are one being with the eternal source, and that being has had many faces, just like the 10 sisters of light. You have various skills and talents, and you can enjoy allowing the process of the return to you now, and the integration and healing of a past life pattern into a new expression too. Okay. Whew, that was a long one. I like to read those because the Kuan Yin book has some great stuff in it. So Celestite, knowing. And your trust in self is being tested. You're being guided to ask, to stand in your wisdom and power with love as the answer and guide. Whatever issues you are currently involved in, remember, when you truly know you are right, the world doesn't need to know why or how. Entering into such space simply shows that you don't trust yourself. The path of true knowing is often one of patience, silence, and love. Think and know before you act or speak. You have entered a very spiritual phase in life. Draw yourself inward with acceptance of all around you. It is all valid and all has purpose. Ride the waves of life. Often the divinity is hidden in the physical world, but with trust and knowing as your guide, all will be revealed. Celestite also presents to us when we must listen more carefully in the world. This is interesting because this is exactly what I said in my Instagram reading today. This exact same thing. We don't trust that you know already. That you don't need to tell anybody why you know things. Trust that you already know it. You don't need to explain to people how you know things. That's claircognizant. Sometimes we just know things. We don't have to explain to somebody how we know it. And sometimes we don't even know how we know it to explain how we know it. You know what I mean? It's just an inner knowing. And another person will develop their inner knowing when they're ready to understand that. So you don't have to try to explain yourself or how you know things to others. Okay. And the song was Everything I Do It For You. That's your higher self talking to you. That is the universe talking to you. Everything is for you. Okay? So, that is that. Celestite. Number 10. $11. Bring it. Moldavite. Star Child. Awesome. Okay. Moldavite, huh? I think I have Moldavite, so I will pull that out for this reading. Okay. And your guys was the Divine Feminine. So, let's pull that out as well. The little feminine girl. Okay. And Divine Feminine could be for male or female. It doesn't, there's no judging. Okay, and your song is Ziploc by Lit. So, tell me when I start to blow it. Will you show me when I start to lose it? So, you can look up the lyrics. I'm not going to get into it, but Ziploc, Ziploc. What is Ziploc? What is a Ziploc? It keeps things safe. It keeps things stored. So, bring it. Number 11. Wow, you are brave and fearless these days, even if it doesn't feel that way. You are being called to take off your armor and leap. Today is the day to call fear out as the wimpy imposter that it is. It's time to just go for it. Because you are a star child. So, Moldavite, number 11. It's a great stone. If you can find it, Definitely. So, if Moldavite has landed in your life today, you're being asked to give thanks and spend a little time recognizing the joys of physical life here on the planet Earth. The gift of free will should be understood, for it is the creative principle behind life and the same vessel via which you may have everything you desire. Moldavite is a positive energy in your life on this day, indicating a gift, skill, or path that has been lying dormant within your spirit, has been triggered into manifestation by your recent action or perhaps lack of it. Its energy signals growth, renewal, and change. Something that was put in place long before your birth into this world is about to be realized and manifested. Spend some time in the glory of nature. Recognize the diversity and brilliance of Earth and give thanks for your life. It is at the peak of your celebrations that all will be revealed. And it's, the star child, it's free will, the indigo child. Activation of the chakras. Intergalactic race communication, clarity, growth, renewal. It is the 1111 gateway card. And Lord Melchizedek, Shambhala, ascended Master Kuthumi. So, bring it. Bring it. Okay, and 11 is a master number of manifestation, and the divine feminine. And number 11, which was the little dice, which I'll put right here. Finally, I'm sure a lot of people picked 11 just because it's 11. Dress of Alchemy. Awesome. Release your power. And Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. Yes, release your power. Release harsh judgments. Because harsh judgments can be very powerful. It's almost like black magic. So we want to release that. Gossip, dark magic. And your song is Drive the Cars. Who's going to drive you home? You are. You're going to drive you home. Okay, so Dress of Alchemy is number 33. But I'm going to read Strength first. I have a feeling I want you to read Strength first. So, this card comes to you because you need to know that you're stronger than you realize. You can definitely handle your current situation. However, instead of powering through it, you're better off with an approach of compassion, kindness, and gentleness. The strength that the situation calls for comes from the softness of spiritual core. Your strength and effectiveness increase as you believe in yourself and your ability to grow from the experience you have in life. Look upon challenges as opportunities to learn and apply your knowledge and magical touch. So it's all about patience, forgiveness, the courage of your conviction, and using honey instead of vinegar. Definitely using honey instead of vinegar is key. So, Dress of Alchemy, number 33. Please take time to clear from your own sacred energy field jealousy, envy, fear, and guilt. And judgment. I just added judgment in there because it's over here. Once you are clear, welcome in bright, strong, powerful, healthy energy. After this has taken place, expect symbols and signs to pour in. Keep your energy strong and bright and follow the signs. When your energy is strong and bright, when you come from a place of love, courage, and wisdom, you will attract the right signs and will not be misled. Do not expect to have no change after her arrival. Relationships and situations based on ego-centered concepts containing toxic energies will fall away naturally, and you will now ask for your worth. This is not overweening pride. It is self-love in action. Yes. So, you are who you surround yourself with. So, look around and see the type of people you surround yourself with. Is it authentic? Is it earth-based? Is it ego-based? Is it love-based? I've said this before in a reading before, because it's asking you to, you are the company that you keep. So surround yourself in reflections of you, with your strong powers, the good stuff, the all-loving stuff, not the unauthentic stuff or phony. I just got phony. I got like telephone phony. Okay, so that is it. And your song was Drive, so feel free to look that up. That is it. I'm not even sure I want to post this reading, but I'm going to post it anyway. And thanks everybody for watching.